Right, good evening everybody, and a very warm welcome to Virtual Sim Leagues, the final round of Tier 1 as we head to a new circuit for the very first time. It is the Las Vegas Strip, where we're going to be going to in real life in just a couple of weeks' time. I'm racing on a Saturday, their time, so we are going to get going very, very shortly. Now, the championship has already been crowned, but there's still plenty of things still to be wrapped up, so it should be good. And someone has crashed out of the qualifying session, which is not ideal unless they're gonna do only one run, which I hope not, because I only joined now because there wouldn't have been much to commentate on otherwise. We only got 8 drivers, but they wanted to stream on anyway, so you've got me here. So my name is Jess Ball, being your commentator for the whole of the season and here to see it through. I wasn't here last week because I had some places to be at work, but I'm here now. So this track then, 6.12 kilometres, 17 corners, and a 1.9 kilometres straight along the famous Las Vegas Boulevard, as you can see right now. Cars will reach speeds up to 212 miles per hour, and it's meant to be having average speeds comparable to Monda's Temple of Speed. So we are about to get underway, and it would help if I had the sound enabled. Miss Jess Ball. Hang on a minute. There we go. That's the ticket. So, passing in towards turn 2 and 3. Lot of downforce and grip coming up through here as well. And now you're going to be heading through in 2. It will help I get the track map too, so I can see where we're going. And you're now going to be heading in towards turn 6 and 7. This is a really fast right-hander just afterwards. Brake slightly and steer sharply to take this chicane. Heading towards turn 9. Very short straight coming up. And they have to brake very late and hard coming up to the end of the straight. So, and they have to be making sure they avoid hitting the barriers coming up on the right-hand side, which is so easy to do. Now, this is a very long straight coming up here. It's the Las Vegas Strip. And a lot of the drivers will be running a lot less downforce compared to previous tracks. And I think Glock's running, I think we're just hardly any ERS, because I think he's going to go into the pits and start from the back, I think. But he said he'll qualify just for me, even though he's won the title. But I said to him, do what you want. Like, I'm not that fussed if you qualify or not. It'll make it more exciting. You start at the back, so I personally don't mind. But he's going to set a lap anyway, and he with no ERS in P6, so not too shabby for him. Of course, Glock did win the Drivers' Championship last week. After it was decided that it would not run Brazil because the attendance wasn't looking that good anyway. But, well deserving for Glock. Very consistent season for him. And he's just hoping he can have a little bit of a fun race. Now, let me just get tyres up. There we go. That's the best thing to do it. And we're seeing more drivers having a little bit of fun. Casper's doing some runs on the intermediate tyres. 139A. That's not bad on some intermediate tyres. So he's going to come into the pits very shortly. Now, I'm going to get the standings up for the America's Cup. Let me just have a look. I know someone is looking at it at the same time. So, oh, it's hard to tell, really. It's really hard to tell. So I think it is. I'm just trying to see. I think it's Glock that won the America. Oh no! Wait, I've got it. I've got it. It's wrong order. It was Glock that won the America's Cup Championship, unless Massa could do something about it tonight. Same with Finley, who's here tonight as well, who's topping at the timing sheet. Apologies of my burping. It's quite crazy. Now, I could find some funny things to talk about, but anyway. But hopefully it's not raining, because if it is raining, I'm going to be so annoyed. Watch out for this back straight, I think, because that was the part of the circuit where I got taken out and got DNF. So I think hopefully the drivers should be fine, but obviously this is a new track. Not many people have done much races around here. And I have to say, the most trickiest corner is just before this back straight. It really is quite tricky. So there's a chicane in turns 11 and 12, and also heading towards 6, 7, 8 and 9 as well with that chicane. So that's going to be tricky. Finley, I have to say, has improved a lot this season. Even though he's been a reserve driver, he has, I feel like, come more leaps and bounds since last season. And he scored 53 points overall, 33 points in the America's Cup, which I have to say is very, very impressive. He got a podium last week as well. He got P3, so good result for him. Could have been P2. As all Finley's invalidated. Tut. Anyone else on a run? I think most people are about to start their runs now with 7 minutes and 25 seconds still to go. We do, I think... Wait, is the stream live? Hopefully the stream's live, because otherwise I'll be talking for nothing. Yeah, stream is live. But since we've only got 8 drivers, we are going to be doing a 35% race, because otherwise if it was 50%, then it would be, I think it would drag a little bit more as well. But I think it at least makes the race more interesting when it's a 35% race. So it'll be around about half an hour, so it'll be cutting out 10 minutes, as it were, as Pete now heads towards... I need to get the track map enlarged or something, because otherwise I won't be able to see. There we go. So he's past the middle of turn 10, heading in towards turn 11. Just about avoid that right-hand side he goes. Whoa. To be honest, I always clip the barrier as well, and that could really end people's race, as Enzo has retired. Hopefully it's not in the pits. It might be in the pits, actually. If it's in the pits, it's all right. But we will see what he can do. He's 3 temps up in the middle sector, so he feels a bit more confident at the moment. That'll put him around about P2 right now. As oh no, Pete's hit the wall. Well, as I just said that, commentator's curse. Go the wrong way, go the right way, Pete. There you go. As he's going to go into the pits. Don't know how he hit the wall like that, but crazy. Anyone else on a run? Matt is on a run. He's 6 temps up, which will put him in P2 as well. But saying that, hopefully he won't do a P, and hopefully he won't bin it. So we will keep an eye on that. And he's hit the wall. That's why you should do any commentator's curses, as Massa heads into the pit lane. And the pit lane is quite hard to come by. It's really difficult. So, as there's a little bit of double stacking going on for Red Bull. Now let's see if Casper can go faster on those sets of the intermediate tyres. I think he's going to probably go into the pits very soon. But we just got 4 minutes and 50 seconds still to go on the clock. We've got Finley on pole with a 131.616, and it's Enzo in second with a 132.932. Then it is Speed Knight with a 132.983. Then it is Leroy, but he's retired in the pits. Quite a few people in the pits right now, so we are in a little bit of a limbo as we go on. So we've had 3 championships and then 1 overall championship. Still, the America's Cup could potentially be decided tonight, with some extra points could make or break people's positions in the championship as well. And next time out, I'm just going to give you a few plugs on certain things that VSL are doing as well. So we've got a F2 Cup Series, which is starting from the 15th of November. And that will be normal time at 8 PM. I do believe sign-ups are still open, so if you are interested, let me know. And just go on the Twitter and stuff like that. So it will be one-shot qualifying, 50% sprint race, 50% feature race, bonus point for the driver who takes pole position, and then 2 fast lap points to be rewarded for both sprint and feature. Top 10 score points for the sprint, and top 15 score points for the feature race. And the Casper getting a little bit squirmier there. Let's find someone who's on the lap on the soft, and that is Pete. Luckily, he just about avoided the wall there, which is always a good sign, let's just say. And Leroy just saying in the chat, what a nice track. That was about 5 minutes ago, but still. I'm not, out of the new tracks, my favourite new track is Qatar. I'm not a massive fan of Las Vegas. It looks nice graphically, but I just can't seem to drive it. And this is why I'm in the commentary box, rather than basically doing other stuff, really. But anyway, we'll take you all on another lap around this circuit in just a moment. And please be aware that some corners can be very, very blind for the drivers. So the corners have to be taken with so much precision. And you could burn a lot of ERS too. So you've got to do a little bit of ERS saving. Through turn number 1 then. Nicely done. Reminds me of Vietnam turn 1 in a way. Turn 2 and 3, you can't go full throttle there. I tried that once when I first got the game, and it gave me with an absolute shock. Down this back straight, heading towards path in towards turn 5. Up the chicane and now heading towards turn 6. You've got to brake extremely early through 7 and 8 and heading towards the entry of turn number 9. Go as close to the wall as you can, but make sure that you don't hit the wall, because there could be absolute disaster coming up. Purple sector 2 for Speed United. I didn't see what his sector 2 was. We've got 1 minute remaining. Don't hit the wall, Pete. He hasn't hit the wall. Let's see how everyone else is doing. I think most people on outlaps anyway, so we'll keep an eye on that in a minute. So here he comes then. And he's going to get a nice tow, I think, from his teammate. Or is it an Alpine? No, it's a Williams, actually. That he's going to get a nice tow with. So, he doesn't hit the wall this time. And he keeps the car on the straight line, which is great, which means it could be an improvement for the Red Bull driver. Up to the line he goes. Is it going to be good enough to beat Finley's time of a 1:31.6? No, but it is 1:32.0. I don't think he's going to have enough time to go again. We'll see what his teammate can do in sector 1. Through past turn 6 and 7 he goes. And in sector 1 is, I can't remember what the end of sector 1 is. It's a very long sector. 41.4, so 7 tenths quicker. So not quite. So you would be in the P3 range at the moment. I'm just going to check to see if... So where's Finley at the moment? Finley's through turn 6. So Mata will be the closest on a lap as Gareth just started his run. So let's watch Mata, who has come a long way this season. He has won a few seasons. Won a few championships. Didn't get on well last season. But this season I felt that he has done a lot better. As I need to turn my game sound a bit down. There we go. So, Mata goes up to the line. And what's it going to be? It's going to be a 1:32.4. So he found a lot of time in the final sector, but not enough for pole. Finley then, purple sector 2. He could go even quicker, which will be absolutely insane if you think about it. Anyone else on a lap time? Casper. He's still on inters and invalidated. So I believe it is Mata next and Gareth. Oh no, Mata's just finished, my bad. Finley goes out on top with a 1:31.6, so it is just Gareth then to finish off his run as he exits into the paddock, down the pitch straight, up to the line, in the Alpine, and Casper retires the car, but what's it going to be? 1:32.7, P4 for him. And it is Finley, who is on pole position for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And there's your qualifying results then. Finley's on pole. Now we got Speed Knighton in P2, Mata P3, Gareth P4, Enzo P5, Leroy P6, Glock P7, and Casper in P8. Obviously Casper electing to start from the back. Well, to be fair, it doesn't matter where you start with these amount of drivers. So we are about to get underway for some more action for the final time this season in Tier 1. Who knows, I may make an appearance in Tier 2 next week when they rerun their Brazil race. So, who knows? It may be a bit of a surprise there. We'll go through your overall standings whilst obviously they have a bit of a breather. So, Glock wins the overall title. Overall, he's on 217 points. Casper in second on 158. Mata third on 152. We've got Enzo on 91. Gareth on 83.5. Yarham on 83. Leroy on 71. Cam on 70. Waitsy on 69. Nick on 68. Tony on 64. Philly on 53. Ewan on 53 as well. Kieran on 37. Twist on 28, Speed 9 on 24, and I think that is it out of all the drivers that are here. And your America's Cup total, if it'll let me, oh no, it won't let me do it over. So it is Glock that's leading the America's Cup, then it is Finley in second, Mata third. Then joint fourth is Gareth and Cam. But technically they can still get P3 still in the America's Cup. Just so they can get some decent points. And I've just seen a very weird thing on Twitter, by the way. Someone just went back in time to like 1970 or something. That was weird. Hopefully we'll never get that again. The year I would like to go back to, by the way, would be the 1980s. That will be a great year to go back to because the clothing back then is just so good, just so good. I wonder. Let us know in the chat if you would go back in time. Where would you go back to and why? So. Hopefully, we should be very shortly be getting underway soon as the drivers look to get their setups on and ready up. And everyone's joking in the chat that Casper's outside of the 100%. And one thing to mention as well, EA Sports WRC is out, and with that, VSL have got their own Rally League. So if you are interested, I will get the graphic up in time so I can promote it later. The sign up is still open, so if you are interested, go to VSL_rally, and there's a club there, and it's I'll go through more information after this. So we have got the formation lap to start with. We've got 18 laps. So let me get the tyre situation up for you. So, we've got everyone on mediums except Speed Knighton and Leroy. So, the ones on the softs looking to make some early ground earlier on. Normal one stop today, obviously. And normal points. So, if these guys obviously finish, then they would get some decent points. So, down the back straight, warming their tyres up. I wonder if most people have got my warming up technique for tyres yet. I was taught it at the beginning of the game cycle. It is so beautiful. Glock looking to see how far he can get from 7th on the grid with Casper as well. Speed Knighton, we'll see if he can get some more points as well. Where did he finish last week? In, what was it, Canada? DNF last week. He scored more points in the European leg than anywhere else at the moment. He scored 6 points in round 12, which was Miami. He had a very good result there. And he's showed that he could take it up to the big guns. So we're just waiting for the last few drivers to make their way. And will we see any last 2 challenges come our way? Hopefully no safety cars. Please. I don't want any DNF, because if we get any DNF, literally I'm going to cry. But that is the preferred strategy that you can see on the screen. The camera is a bit rubbish. But anyway, 5 red lights are on. And we're going racing for the final time in Vegas. And it looks like Finley gets a good start, so it doesn't matter. The teammates almost collide. And Speed Knighton has gone into a spin. And there's a bit of a pile-up in turn 1. And luckily, since there's only 8 of them, it hasn't caused any safety cars or VSCs. But I think we could see some possible damage, I think, there. But luckily, it's only 35%. But it's Philly that leads, Matter second, Enzo in third. And Enzo looking very good to try and get past Matter. Gaff in fourth, Locking moves up to 5th already. And I wonder if Casper's got some sort of damage on his car. Yes. Casper, unfortunately, has got no front wing. So he's definitely going to come in to the pit lane. Everyone else, I think, is fine, but there may be some missing end plate damage from certain drivers. Finley's already pulled away by 1.9 seconds. And I've learned a mistake that you should not make. Don't burn too much ERS at the start of the race, because you will lose it. You will lose it. And I could definitely see that Pete's got damage, because Leroy has got past Pete like no tomorrow. Or I wonder if Leroy is running less downforce compared to Pete. So they're all a bit spread out at the moment, but again, since the track that they haven't put much practice on, it's just so easy to make a mistake. So will anyone apart from Casper go into the pit lane? Of course Casper would, but everyone else stays out. So everyone else got away unscathed, it looks like, except the timing order is deciding to have a little bit of a hissy fit with me right now, so I can't tell where everybody is. So where does Casper go on to? Casper goes on to the hards. Maybe I can get to the end of this Grand Prix potentially, but very, very unlikely. So already pulling away by 2.5 seconds. Then we've got a DRS train for Matter, Enzo, Glock, Gareth, Leroy, and Peter in their own little train as well. The ones who started on the mediums got a better start, and the ones who started on softs were near the back. So it just goes to show that the mediums, in my personal opinion, were the best tyre to start on today. Oh God, tier 2 is down to 8 drivers. Not good at all. Not good at all. I'm keeping an eye on how Tier 2 is doing at the moment because they've got a championship to decide. I think it might be already decided because one of them has crashed out, but I don't know who was leading going into tonight. But anyway, DRS now enabled. There's a chance for people to get needed slipstream that they can possibly gain advantage from. It's just very tight, that entry. You've got to get the braking zone especially right. But we've got Mata versus Glock in towards turn 4 and 5. And it will come down to ERS usage as well. I'm looking at Glock's ERS. Glock has used quite a lot of ERS already. So that's not good. I'm just trying to see who else has used some ERS. I think Mata has got quite a bit to use. Obviously, Finley at the front. He's got like 76% still to use, so he can use it when he's defending, but his pace is looking quite strong anyway. Gav's on 57. Leroy is on 63%. And Speed Knighton, 2 laps old, is trying to do as much as he can as we got Glock past Mata up into 2nd position. So we've made a move. Lovely stuff from the Mercedes driver. Look at the chase down the leader. And Enzo looking good as well. This could be free abreast heading in towards turn number 1. Surely one person has to back out. Enzo tries to go to the inside. Can't quite do it. Has to slot behind this little sandwich. This DRS sandwich, which is happening right now. Glock does not have any DRS. Whereas Enzo does. This could be his opportunity. Through he goes. Is he going to think about going left or right? No, he doesn't. He stays where he is. He stays exactly where he is for this part of the lap. Taking that chicane a lot better than I would do, to be honest. So, doing very, very nicely indeed. And we're just starting to see gaps begin to form. I think Speed 9 has come in as well, so I wonder if he's picked up damage somewhere along the line. And hopefully everyone in the UK, especially where I am in the south coast of England, is staying safe from Storm Kieran. We had some wind and rain earlier, but I think we had the worst of it already. Unless there's something going on like downstairs and I can't hear it. But you never know. I just hope it doesn't get worse now because I don't want it to ruin my connection. Meanwhile, Enzo and Mata. Enzo eventually did get past Glock and Mata. I didn't see that. Do apologise. But Enzo up to 2nd. Glock up to 3rd. Mata is down into 4th place. And no, Glock almost made a mistake. I wonder if he's picked up damage there. And there goes Mata past Glock. I'm just looking at Glock's car. I think Glock got away with that. Oh! Bit of a slide. Carcontrol.com. And Glock got a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting, which is, I think, a bit harsh. Because I thought, personally, it should have been a warning. But I'm guessing the game just didn't like that. As Glock gets past Ender again. So yeah, again, I'm just trying to see if the little contact that they had could have been to cost the damage. 4 laps down. We're about to start lap 6 of 18. As Finley comes across the line, 7.4 seconds. All that squabbling for those 3 is helping Finley start to increase the gap a bit. Leroy is in the pits. So it looks like people are still finding trouble with the track. And he has got a damaged front wing and he's going to go on mediums, which I think could get to the end, but don't quote me on it because I was not prepared for a 35% race at all. I was prepared for 50%, but not 35%. And you can start to see Leroy trying to catch up a little bit, so that's good. So now the gaps, I think, are increasing a bit more. So I think the closest battle will be between Enzo, Glock, and Gareth, and maybe Mata as well, because everyone else has unfortunately pitted. And it's just a race of attrition, really. It really is. I mean, if you survive around tracks like Vegas and even Baku, because Baku, I have to say, is so hard as well. I think Baku is even more harder than Vegas, personally, as Glock comes in. So I wonder if it is for strategy or if he's changing his front wing. Oh, he's saving a 5-second stopwatch. And Glock is changing his front wing. Soft tyre as he goes. That's brave for him. Enzo changing his front wing. I think everyone has had front wing damage at some point, apart from Finley. So Finley is a lucky boy, but it just goes to show that Finley has put in quite a bit of practice. So let's get back to it then. So what will Matagav think? When will they come in? Will they respond to the potential pit stops from those 2, or will they not bother at all? And will they just pretty much run their own strategy? By the way, if you are liking the action so far, make sure you leave us a like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you are new. You can also follow us on Twitter at VSL_F1. Same with Instagram as well. And I like the lights at the top as well. I think those are traffic lights, I think, as well. We got Leroy and Enzo. They both pitted recently. Leroy, it looks like, used a bit more battery then. But he had the DRS as well. So I wonder if it's going to come back to biting, because Enzo could have the DRS coming into this back straight. So here he comes then. I don't think he's going to go for it here, but maybe through the next corner. So we'll see what he can do. The lights are shining. Imagine what it's going to be like in real life. I think Lewis Hamilton says that he is looking forward to this track immensely. But we'll see, obviously, if this track replicates what we're going to actually see in Vegas. I think it will be, which is a good thing. And I'm just looking at the Brazil qualifying weather in real life, and ooh, the weather is gonna be interesting. So we are heading towards the halfway point in about a lap or so's time. We'll see if Enzo can get Leroy this time, and I think he's going to. Speed up to, I think, 220 miles per hour. Probably less than that if you're running little to no ERS or little to no DRS. And there goes Enzo. So it could be a ding-dong battle. But look at this. Glock's in this as well. Glock's on soft. So he's pitted recently. So could we see another three-way battle coming up as well? Glock's in the fast lap so far, heading towards turn number 1. No, doesn't look like there's going to be any moves being made for them. And he's going to use a DRS as well. It's going to be like a DRS train all over again, it looks like. And it's sometimes hard to get the car slowed down in time as well. Like Glock's helmet, by the way. It looks very nice. But looks like they're A-OK on this one, unless something happened in turn 6. No, they're fine for turn 6. It's all good. Nothing much is happening everywhere else, actually. So that's why we are mainly fighting with these two. Glock can send it up down the inside of the chicane coming up here. This is very blind apex coming up. Nope, he's not going to go for it. So the only one that is going to be at a disadvantage is Enzo. But I don't think Leroy's going to do it. Unless he saves some ERS, which is highly unlikely. So Leroy is saving the ERS. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need the ERS, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. He goes past. Oh, almost contact. Luckily, the car just about got saved in time, which is always good news. Someone has just dived into the pits. That is Speed Knighton again. Oh, he's not having a good day, is he? But at least he's still in this race. And still going to get points. So here he comes then, onto a set of the medium compounder tyres. And the safety car is a Mercedes red safety car. Hasn't come out yet. And to be honest, I hope it never does. Enzo again. All tightly bunched up. This could last for laps and for laps and for laps and for laps. So we just got to keep an eye on it. And you can just see the beautiful views as well as they go through. You can imagine where people would watch the Grand Prix. I have to say, it's probably going to be one of the most expensive Grand Prix to go to. Honestly, it's ridiculous. As we've got a yellow flag, that is Gareth. Now, he was running in third, and he just missed his braking point, it looks like. So we'll allow the likes of Enzo, Leroy, and Glot to catch up. Mata is coming in on a set of softs, don't blame him. Softs, I think, can last to the end. Again, didn't do much research on 35% races. Honestly, I nearly said 25%, but no, it's not. It's not 25%. How he's come up just ahead of Gareth there. I think without Gareth's moment, Gareth would have been way ahead, but it's still not over for him. So only one that's still yet to pit will be Finley, who's driving a really amazing race. And Finley could climb up the championship, because don't forget, a lot of drivers weren't able to make it tonight. So that's going to be, I think, very, very intriguing, to say the least. And oh, that was a slide. As I was saying, Finley was doing well. We just had a bit of a slide there. Did I absolutely jinx it, or did I jinx it? Finley, by the way, is going to go into the pit lane. So, I can't remember exactly what the pit lane loss is around here. So what tyre is going to fit on? I'm going to say softs. Yes, softs. Surely it's soft compounder tyres for the Williams driver. Oh, he's got a bit of front wing damage. Ooh. So one of these picks it up after that slide. So where is Mata? It's going to be oh so close. Gas, unfortunately, at the moment. But Finley comes out of the pits 2 seconds ahead. So Gav comes in after being on those tyres for 11 laps. And he's going to go on softs as well. I think, to be honest, he was on those tyres for quite a bit of time. And struggled, or it could be down to his setup as well. But we will see as the race goes on. So it's Finley that leads by 1.7 seconds, but Mata's tyres will be up to a reasonable temperature behind. So maybe he could close up a little bit if you need to. We do not have long to go until the end of this race, so make sure you keep it locked. Casper comes into the pit lane and sets it. To be honest, I won't be surprised if people go on to the softs at this point. So, yeah, they're probably going to go on softs. So, Finley, then Mata. 1.1, so Mata's within DRS. He probably used a bit of ERS to get close enough to him, but he's not going to have enough to last the entire race, unfortunately. Safety, oh God, no, not a safety car. Really, a safety car? With 8 drivers, there's a safety car? Oh my God. Well, at least if you're not on the soft compounder tyres, go on the soft compounder tyres. End of story. And I want those speed 90s are going to come in and go on. No, he's staying on mediums. He's staying on mediums. So let me just get who has just pitted recently. And let me get the position gains as well. So Finley stayed where he is. Mata up 1. This neutralised the grid, remember. Enzo up 2. Glock up 3. Knighton down 3. Gav down 2. Leroy down 1. Casper stayed where he is. So, I'm going to take a bit of a breather because I need to get myself a drink. And I will be back in just a few moments' time. Right, hello everybody and welcome back to VSL Virtual Sim Leagues. We are at Las Vegas and with 8 drivers we have got a safety car. But we do not have long to go until the end of this race. And it should be very, very interesting. We've got Finley, who's been controlling the field. And it'll be Mata in second place. Enzo in third, Glock in fourth, and Gareth in fifth spot. So we'll keep an eye on how everybody does throughout the course of this race. And let us know how your favourite driver is up to, what your favourite driver is up to as well. And looks like the safety car's still going to be in for another lap. Yeah, because Speed Knighton and Speed Knighton and Casper will be still catching up to the safety car. So I believe it will be 3 laps of sprinting, as it were. And then that'll be it. There'll be no more time for safety car. So, and that will mean on the final lap, it will be DRS. Dum 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 dum. Which could get things very entertaining. So here's my tip. Do not be the one leading on the final lap. Or try and get away. Try and get away as quickly as you can and get the gap to like 2 or 3 seconds, and then you should be absolutely fine. Because otherwise you can be in a spot of bother. Still pretty much all 8 drivers can win this race. So that's how I think intense it's going to be. So make sure that you keep watching to see how this develops. I know I keep saying that loads of times, but it is true. It is very true. And I think everyone has caught up now. So, through the boulevard then. The light's definitely shining brighter at the moment as we're about to get underway racing very soon. And the safety car will be in this lap. So, Finley will be your Burt Mylander, as I almost was trying to remember what his name was, but yeah, quite crazy. So, let's see then how everybody does on these final few laps of season 11 for tier 1, as Finley on a set of the mediums leads the field away against everyone on the soft compound tyre. Is going to be very tricky at the moment. But he's pulling that gap. He is pulling that gap. He's doing a very good job. Let's see if he can handle it so far as they head past turn 3 and towards turn 4. We've got, I think, Speed Knighton fighting with Leroy in the background as well. Quite close in the back. Oh! And he just about avoided the wall. Good stuff. And he's going to go side by side with Casper. And Casper gets past him. Good job for them guys to keep it clean right now. So he's doing a good job just to fight with these guys as well. It's Finley first, Mata second, Enzo in third spot. And now heading towards that tight bend apex they go. So, like I said, my top tip, do not be the one leading when you're on this straight. Because you're going to get a slipstream effect like this. So you're going to see Enzo, who's got the downforce, low downforce that he needs to get past And he's got a pass. And we can see some side-by-side action with the two Alpine teammates. And then we got Glock as well. Glock trying to get past centre as well on the penultimate straight. And as you can probably tell, there are a lot of straights. And all of this, by the way, is allowing Finley to pull away. Mata covers off to the inside of turn 1. Could be 3 wide. And guys, do not make it 3 wide around there because that could be absolutely chaos. I've got something to play on my soundboard, but it's not relevant to VSL, so I won't do it. So it's really, you don't want to be leading a train, which Mata is at the moment. And I think Finley's just quicker than everybody else around this track. He has really grown on this game, where he's just allowing everybody else just to fight. Imagine if he was on the soft. No offense, I think he would have been even more ahead if he was on softs. So Finley had nothing to lose at this stage. That bump can be very tight. So who's going to gain advantage here? We've got 2. I think we're going to have loads of trains. This is going to be so hard to keep it up here. So Glock is going to try and get past Mata, it looks like, in towards this back straight. The 2 Alpines are going to try and do exactly the same thing. You see Finley in the background. Let's watch. It's Pete versus Gareth. Gareth gets past Pete, but Pete almost got past Gareth there. And he's fine with Leroy as well. Oh, no. Pete's got no front wing, and it's a final lap. So he's probably going to have to limp home with that, I think. Or if I was him, go to the pits anyway, because you do not want to retire like that. You definitely don't. So, final lap of this race. Finley did a great job, but it's not about him at the moment. It's about what's going on behind. Glock looks like he's going to get the America's Cup anyway. Was there any doubt? I don't think so. As we're still seeing side-by-side action. Sorry about my sniffles, by the way. I think I probably have a cold coming, which is not the best idea in the world. I probably can see it coming because I was away last week for a work away day, and someone that I met there has got a cold. So I'm probably going to get one soon, which is a bit frustrating. But let's see if any of these guys on that train can make a difference. So Enzo then, hardly got any battery at all to use. So Enzo, here he comes then. To the left-hand side he goes. There we go. Nicely timed from the AlphaTauri driver. And Leroy got past Gareth. Will this change at the end? Going on the back straight. We will follow these guys. We won't do what F1 TV did. As Finley comes across the line and wins. But who's going to take the other positions? Ooh, Enzo just about gets P3. Then we've got Leroy and Gareth fighting 5th and 6th. And then there's Casper in 7th. And then Speed Knighton will be 8th. But at least everybody has made their way to the finish line, which is good news. And the game has given driver of the day to Glock. So a massive congratulations to Glock there. He's won 2 out of 3 championships, and I have to say, definitely well deserved. But it is Finley that took a really commanding victory. Everyone else was on softs, and so basically everyone was on softs, and he decided, you know what, I'm not going to accept the status quo. I'm going to do something different compared to my rivals. So that is what he's going to do. So let's run you through then your final results. So we got Finley that wins and gets past lap point to boot as well. We got Glock in 2nd, Enzo 3rd, Mata 4th, Leroy 5th, Speed Gareth in 6th, Casper 7th, and Speed Knighton in 8th. So, thank you for what has been a good season, to say the least, for the most part. Towards the end, attendance dipped quite a bit, which didn't make things exciting. But I have to say, before the red flag in Brazil, it was pretty good. So that is always good news. But before we go, I would just like to take a great opportunity to thank all the admins, all the stewards, all the Tier 1 coordinators, Pete and Matt, who've done a great job. Thank you to everyone for watching as well, the streams. Thank you to Matto and Iceman for the lovely graphics. But we will look at the Rally Championship. Now, obviously, EA Sports WRC is out now. So, we've got a championship that's starting on the 20th of November. And it's a championship which you can do at your own time. So, each rally will feature 3 stages. Each rally will feature a power stage, and then round 6 will host a 30+ kilometer special event, which is a new feature to the EA Sports WRC game. So, we're heading to Mexico round 1, Sweden round 2, Croatia round 3, Kenya round 4, and Mediterranean round 5, and then Chile round 6. So, if you want to sign up, make sure you follow VSL_Rally on Twitter, and the sign-ups are in the pinned message. So if you are interested, please do. I think there's also a few sign-ups left for the F2 series as well, which starts on the 15th of November. So if you are interested in joining that, go on to VSL_F1, and that's the pinned message on there as well. So, we're going to love you and leave you. It's been a pleasure covering Tier 1 this season. I might be back next week for Tier 2. No clue. But we'll see. It depends if they need me or not. But we'll have to wait and see on that one, because they got their finale around Brazil that they're still doing. But for myself, have a good evening. Take care. Thanks to Mike, who's joined me throughout the season as well. Really good. I appreciate his company, but we'll see you very soon for some more VSL action Season 12 for Tier 1. Watch this space. Goodbye. If I can find the ending screen. There we go. Bye-bye. Oh. Well. That didn't show the thing that I wanted to show. Bye-bye.